Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to talk about if Phase 5 has been a success or a failure. We are 2.5 weeks into Phase 5, and I think that gives us enough time to really see all the systems, see all the content, and give it a whirl. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So, when we talk about Phase 5, the biggest things that pop into people's heads are ZG, as well as Blackwing Lair, and the whole flexible rating system on top of the Mega Server merger. So that was sort of a big catalyst and why I had a lot of hope that Phase 5 would kind of explode in the rating numbers category. I really believe that we could hit over 100,000, and it is still very popular. I am seeing a lot of people comment on like Reddit and things like, should I get back into SOD? Is SOD fun right now? Are people enjoying it? And I always say yes, obviously, because I truly love SOD and I've had an absolute blast doing this. But I'm also content creator for Season of Discovery, and I do other things sometimes. But more and more, I am biased. Obviously, I want SOD to succeed. SOD succeeding is what's best for me as a creator, regardless of how I feel about the game and how I enjoy it and enjoy playing and enjoy running the SOD Saviors Guild and all that fun stuff that goes along with it. So, most importantly, with Phase 5, we saw the Mega Server merger, and then we saw them add Flex rating into BWL as well as ZG. So ZG could be 10 to 20 people, flexible, and, well, it's not flexible in the sense that difficulty doesn't get harder. It's scaled to 10-man, and it allows double the amount of normal people. So it's scaled to 10-man, and it allows 20 people to join. And BWL is scaled to 20 members, and it allows 40 people to join. So that is where it is not flex, but flex is the easiest word to say to sort of sum it all up. But the difficulty does not change, and that's different between retail, where people actually do have flex rating, and it's a dynamic difficulty, and things do increase based off of that. So just clarifying with that. And I think those were two really great changes that it appeals to the SOD community. People aren't really parsing with the black affix because you get the same amount of loot by just doing 3 affix and one of them being the chosen one. This week was actually very interesting because it was black, which is the hard mode mythic mode, and it makes all the bosses way harder. And I personally don't think that the hard mode should ever be forced upon you for that extra rewards chest. I was kind of surprised to see it this early as well, but you know, it is an affix in there. You only miss out on like 5 or 6 pieces of loot. You don't miss too much. We as the SOD Saviors did just our normal 3 affix of blue, green, and bronze. And while you don't get the other 2 small chests that have 2 pieces of tier in them, you do get a 1 singular big chest that has the 6 pieces in it. So we only missed out on a few tier pieces, I think, and maybe 1 piece of extra loot from anything in the instance, it seems like. So it wasn't too difficult in that sense, but that's sort of, that's the biggest thing that we see with Phase 5 is the content is that. Like, the only thing that there are to do are the raids. Essentially, there was not too much world content that you could do because we knew about the reel system coming in. We knew reels would be, you could get 100 of them, and then you could do a Skolo and a Strath on day 1, get your 125 reels. You even had Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday before the raid launched to get 25 reels. So you pre-did that, and then you were able to spend the 125 reels to get your bracers. And people say, oh, that's sweaty, that's min-maxy. We knew about it for months, and you also could have just had the reels pre-stockpiled. So that was like the biggest world content. Phase 5 didn't expand on any of the events we already saw. We didn't get anything in Ajara. We didn't get any new world events. We did get the new world boss, which was Thunderend, which he was actually really undertuned. People were soloing it, but I don't have a problem with that. I think it's cool to see people do that, because, you know, if you want to spend 45 minutes soloing it for whatever reason, you know, that's up to you. Go ahead, waste your time. That's how I feel about it. And it's cool to see classes actually get to it. So they did actually buff him a lot to stop people from soloing, and it actually is kind of hard now. We have a few people die every week. We don't pop world buffs on it because it's just not worth losing a world buff going into BWL, but it is really interesting to see that sort of meta and all that develop. So like as far as world content, we got the world boss, and that was really it. You could have farmed your reels pre, and then you only had to get 25 reels and get your tier 2 bracers, which a big thing is like tier 1 gear is equivalent to the tier 2 gear, the new stuff from MC. It is very minor as far as stats go for swapping it up, probably to stop the power creep. So the only big things are the tier bonuses, which are new and exciting, but you don't really swap it until you have all of it. And so it's really we're in a really weird spot. So like as a guild, I prioed and gave everyone their we went through all the tier sets. We said these classes are getting it first, and we just have kind of funneled it to specific classes. Like an example, warlocks, we're going warlock, mage, priest for our tier priors, and just giving them their 6 pieces or whatever they use. A lot of classes do 8 and then 2, but to make it worth swapping, that's what we had to do. And it's really weird to see that sort of meta take place and what to do with loot and like what's best for a raid team. And it's been really weird for Phase 5, and I don't know if Phase 5 is really too exciting or fun for people that don't raid. For me, I've enjoyed it a ton because I love the raiding. I love getting out there. I love doing it all, and I do it twice a week with my guild. And so I'm raiding like half the week. I stream them all over on Twitch at around 8 p.m. Eastern if you ever want to stop by. But it's been really enjoyable as a raider to do it. But if you're not a raider, there's no world content. PvP has had so many blunders. I reported on them, but they definitely seem to have it down pat for now. At least I think the newest update for the earning your losses instead of just turbo emptying, I think that was really good. And then I want to show you guys real quick the population here. So this is going to just simply be the SOD population graph that I highlight in those videos, but right here is Phase 5, and Phase 5 actually at its launch went to the Phase 4 peak, and Phase 4 didn't hit this peak until 5 weeks in of Phase 4. So immediately we are at the Phase 4 peak of raiders, and it has held strong. We've only lost about 1,500 right there. So it's not too bad, and I don't know where it's headed. Obviously, I'll do my weekly reports on these numbers because you guys seem to really enjoy those videos. But I wanted to just show you guys that little thing right there that gives me hope for Phase 5. People are, talking, coming back. However, that world content question is always going to be there. Like, what is there to do? Because in reality, if you were doing Phase 4, you could literally just sit here and you could just straight up raid log. And I know a lot of people are doing that. I'm honestly doing that. If I didn't make videos for you guys every day, I wouldn't log in every day, other than like guild management things, or helping like undergeared guildies or alts and stuff. There's not much for me to log in to do. I have all the gold I'll ever need for the rest of the SOD. I will have like everything planned out and prepped for. So there's literally no upgrade I can log in and go and get here in Phase 5. And that kind of feels bad because like Phase 4, we had the reps to grind, we had the eruption event dailies, we had all those fun stuff. And while the eruption event dailies are here in Phase 5, I feel like they missed so much potential by not putting another quest hub in the Burning Steps. You only have it in Searing Gorge, and that kind of feels a little bad. So I would say definitely Phase 5 has been successful. All numbers indicate that it is successful, but what I worry about is BWL, ZG, is that weekly rotation of raids. Is that enough? Will we see a fall off like we did in Phase 3 when we really only had raids to do? And it's always gonna be a lingering question for Phase 5, and that's what I worry most about. But no, I think Phase 5 has been successful, and I look forward to seeing what the next phases have in store. And hopefully, as you can see, we're here in Succuss, AQ is going to be absolutely awesome. But anyway, those are my thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear what you guys think of Phase 5. Definitely drop it down below. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.